Broadcasting Network viewers, and welcome to Savannah, Georgia. We are live with Right Side Broadcasting Network here at a Defend the Majority rally where Vice President Mike Pence will be here campaigning for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. Hello, Right Side Broadcasting. We know that the U.S. Senate, and welcome to the state of Savannah, Georgia. We are live with Right Side to defend the majority of the U.S. Senate, and Georgia is not the majority rally. Second official campaign rally that Vice President Mike Pence will. Kelly Loeffler is fighting hard. We know that the U.S. Senate, especially the state of Georgia right now, is ground zero to defend the majority of the U.S. Senate. We are excited to be here, and Georgia is not playing around. Shy of that scheduled speaking time before Vice President Mike Pence takes the stage, we can expect Kelly Loeffler as well as David Perdue to take the stage and to be the ones to introduce Vice President Mike Pence. So we are excited to be here for this. This is something different than what we've done before. Y'all know that we love to cover the president's MAGA rallies. Right now, this is what we've got, and we're not going to give up. We're not going to sit idly by and let Democrats cheat their way to victory. We are going to continue to fight just like President Trump, Vice President Mike Pence, and Trump's legal team are doing. If you've been watching some of our programming lately, in lieu of President Trump MAGA rallies, we have been covering these hearings hardcore. President Trump's legal team, Mayor Rudy Giuliani, and Jenna Ellis have been absolutely working around the clock to provide coverage to these hearings, to bring it to the different states. It's Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia. Just yesterday, they have been working nonstop to bring these cases and just get the public on their side, to make people aware of the fraud that has happened and that has occurred. We were able to live stream, I think it was around 8 hours yesterday, just for the Georgia meetings. It started in the morning with the Georgia Senate Oversight Committee, who met for about 2 hours, and then Mayor Rudy Giuliani came in later at the Georgia State Capitol for a meeting where he provided witness testimony and firsthand evidence of voter fraud that happened in the state of Georgia. It's another huge reason why we are here today. I personally think both these candidates should have won in a landslide, so it blows my mind that we're having to be here and fight for the Senate, but we're going to continue to do so, and we want to thank you for tuning in and for watching. This is really exciting to see an event like this put on with the Vice President. The organization so far has been absolutely incredible. This event is being put on by the Georgia GOP, so if you want more information on that, you can follow at Georgia Republicans on Twitter. That's where we got most of our information, and I really just want to say thank you to them for providing this event and for being so flawlessly executed. We're all very impressed here with RSBN. I have a ton of announcements. It's been a while since we've been able to be live with you guys in front of the camera without being in a courtroom or a hearing where it's really serious and you have to be kind of quiet. So this is more of a fun event for me. I'm excited to be a part of it and to host it and bring it to y'all live. Just to, let's see, I don't even know where to begin. All right, so we've got the March for Trump bus tour. That's been going on for the past week or so. We have another week left of that. It's going to be around 20 stops by the time it finishes. Today they're at the Georgia State Capitol, and they had an absolutely killer interview with the CEO of Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell has been incredible to work with. He's an incredible patriot overall and businessman and survivor story. It's just a very redeeming story, and we love to work with him. We want to encourage you guys to check out mypillow.com. mypillow.com. Again, check them out. They have hundreds of products to choose from, and they range from Giza Dream Sheets, dog beds, mattress toppers, you name it. They have it on that website. It goes far beyond just pillows. But speaking of that, their regular MyPillow, which is incredible, is normally $69.98. If you use code RSBN today, that price will go down to $29.98. A huge savings. So everything on their website, this is the good part. If you use code RSBN, you can get up to 66% off your entire order by using code RSBN at mypillow.com. It's time to get all your holiday holiday shopping done. Seriously, you guys don't want to wait any longer. After next week, it's going to be impossible to get your stuff in on time. So get all of your Christmas shopping, your gifts. Who doesn't want a comfortable night's sleep to guarantee that you'll wake up on the right side of the bed? Check that out online. We really encourage you to do so. Mike did an incredible interview. If you missed that, you can hop on over to our Twitter to check that out. It's also on our YouTube. It's pretty much everywhere. But make sure you're following this March for Trump bus tour. They're absolutely incredible. They're working around the clock just to continue rallying support for President Trump to make sure that he has that support so he doesn't give up fighting for the American people. He has rallied for us for years, and it is time for us to get up and rally for our president. So that's exactly what they're doing. Tomorrow, the bus will be in Valdosta, Georgia. On the 6th, it has 2 stops, one in Iowa and then one in Minnesota. RSBN will be bringing both of those to you live. We're excited to do so. Again, Mike Lindell will be, I believe, both of those stops. So hopefully we can get some more really exclusive RSBN interviews with the CEO of MyPillow. Moving along from that, we have a huge event tomorrow, as most of you know. And we're going to go back to our roots, back to what we're best at. There is a President Trump rally. It's going to be very similar to this one, but in lieu of the Vice President, we will have the President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, rallying support. Sorry, it is extremely bright in front of me. But rallying support for both of these Senate candidates, again, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, and we are so excited to get back on some sort of a campaign trail with President Trump. His rallies are electric. RSBN's basically our entire team is going to be down there giving one of the biggest productions that we've done so far. So if you have questions about the event, please make sure you message us on our Twitter or our Instagram. You can follow both of those at RSB Network. Also, hopefully now we've got some more people watching. At least 4,000 people watching, right? Stand by. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to answer a phone call from one of my teammates who I'm working on logistics for. So I have a huge announcement. In the meantime, make sure that you're subscribed to us via YouTube, and you'll find out very soon. Thank you.
State Senator Tyler Harper.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is good to be here. I'm having to adjust this mic a little bit. They don't set it for short people, but that's okay. But no, it's good to be with all of you. My name is Tyler Harper, and I have the privilege of representing the 7th Senate District in the Georgia State Senate, and proud to see all of you here this afternoon at this rally. So if you would, join me, and let's go to the Lord in prayer together as we pray over this event. Father God, we come to you this afternoon, and we want to thank you for the awesome opportunity that we all have to live in a marvelous country. We thank you for the freedoms and liberties that you have given us, and we thank you for the divine providence that you give our forefathers to have the ability to have the nation that we have here today. And we know that the rights we have come from you, and they're God-given, and they're divine. Father God, I pray especially today for this event and the purpose of this event and what we're here to do. I pray for our president. I pray for our vice president. I pray for their families. I especially pray for our U.S. senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, and our Public Service Commissioner, Bubba McDonald, as all three of them are on the ballot this upcoming runoff. Father, I pray that your will be done, and we know that nothing takes you by surprise. We know that you're in control of everything, and we know that nothing that happens doesn't happen without your knowing and without you willing it to be. And Father God, we pray that if it be your will, that we are able to get across the finish line on January 5th and make sure that we can continue to secure a prosperous and divine America that you have envisioned and that you have sanctioned with your hand. Father God, again, we pray for all those under the sound of my voice, and I pray that you send them home safely, and everyone that leaves this place today. Thank you for the ability that we have as Americans to gather together freely and exercise the rights that you have divinely given us. And it is in your name, in the name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless America.
To lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please welcome State Senator Burt Jones.
How we doing, Savannah? So good to be here. I'm Burt Jones. I'm from Jackson, Georgia, and I represent Middle Georgia. I call it the Lake Country, Lake Oconee, Sinclair, and Jackson Lake. And it's great to be in Savannah, and great to see such a good crowd. And I just ask that you please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We need you. January 5th, we need each and every one of you. Let's go take this thing back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Congressman Buddy Carter.
Welcome to the 1st Congressional District of Georgia. Thank y'all for being here. Folks, you are in the greatest district in the United States of America, if I don't say so myself. And I have the honor and privilege of representing the 1st Congressional District. I also have the honor and privilege of being the first of many great speakers that are going to be here today. Folks, January 5th, the most important election of our lifetime, and I mean that sincerely. You've heard it. You know what's at stake here. The future of our country is at stake here. You've heard what's been said. You've heard what Chuck Schumer said. You heard him said, "Win Georgia, we change the world." Well, I don't know about you, but I like the world just like it is, and I don't want to change it. Folks, we have got someone running for Public Service Commission, Bubba McDonald, my good friend, and I want you to get out and make sure you vote for him. Look, that's an important position. What they do is extremely important. They are working for the taxpayers, working for the ratepayers, the rates that you are charged. They have jurisdiction over that. That is an important position. It's important we get Bubba McDonald to continue to do the great work that he's been doing. It is also important with the Senate races. You've heard what Schumer said. Let me tell you, I'm up there amongst them. I see it firsthand, and they are serious. They want to take away your guns. They do. They want to pack the Supreme Court. These are the things they want to do. They want to do away with the cloture rule, which means that they only have to have 50 people or 50 votes in order to pass something through the Senate. That's what they want to do. They want to pack the courts. They want to add 2 states. They want to add Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. so that they can get 4 more Democratic senators. You've heard AOC. God bless her. You've heard her. You've heard what she said. We need to win those 2 Senate seats so we don't have to negotiate with them. That's what's at stake here. The balance of power in the United States Senate, that's what's at stake. That's why we have got to get Kelly Loeffler. That's why we've got to get David Perdue reelected. That's why we got to do our job. We got to get out and vote. We got to get our friends, our family, everyone you know to get out and vote. Listen to me carefully. Already, I've been working the crowd, and I've heard many of you ask me, well, why should I vote? It's rigged. We cannot let that happen. We have to get out and do our part. You have to get out. Yes, I'm concerned about what happened on November 3rd, just like you are. And we are checking into it. We are the president's team. He is showing the responsibility he should show. He is out there making sure that this was a transparent and honest election. We're going to make sure of that. We're not going to stand for that. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. You want fair, transparent, honest elections if you're American. We cannot just sit back and just not vote, though. We've got to get out. Please make sure you do that. We've got two great candidates. Kelly Loeffler, who's done a wonderful job as senator. David Perdue, the original outsider, who spent the last 6 years draining the swamp. We need to get them back into office. Folks, Chuck Schumer said, win Georgia, we change the world. I say, if the Republicans win Georgia, we save the world. We save our health care. We save our guns. We save our Supreme Court, our judges. We have got to get out and vote. Thank you for being here. You're going to hear from the greatest vice president we've ever had. Mike Pence is going to be here. God bless you. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Georgia Public Service Commissioner Bubba McDonald, Jr.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you for the opportunity for me to serve you on your Georgia Public Service Commission. Buddy talks about the 1st Congressional District. He says it's the greatest congressional district in America. I serve the state of Georgia, the greatest state in America, and we're going to keep it that way. Folks, visualize your youth, the Lionel train. The Lionel train is made up of 2 strong engines and a little red caboose. Those engines are fueled by you and you, you, and you. If we don't have the fuel in those engines to send Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue back to Washington, the little red caboose is going to fall off the track. I'm the little red caboose. So, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Now listen for a minute. You see this gray hair. I'm not a newcomer to politics. I've been around a day and a half or so. But let me tell you this. You may not like the way I've combed my hair, or you may not like the suit that I wear, or you may not like the song that I sing when I sing. Get over it. Get over it. What you got to do is think about January the 5th. So if you've got an issue, get over it. Get over it if it's President Trump, if it's Vice President Pence, if it's Kelly Loeffler or David Perdue. Get over it. What you're going to do, you're charged with the responsibility of keeping America, America, the America that we know. So my grandson and my grandchildren, and your grandchildren, and their grandchildren, they can enjoy the America that we've enjoyed. I look at my African-American friends out here that have been President Trump's friends. Done more for the African-American community than any Democrat has done in decades. And they're going to come to the base for us. Don't be pressed by somebody saying, well, I'm just going to sit it out. I didn't like what they did on the general election. I didn't like it. Folks, that won't work. That's no excuse. Got to get over it. Please get over it. Get over it. And if you get over it and you get your neighbor and every one of you get 10 people and make sure that they're at the polls, Chatham County, Bryan County, all these, Evans County, all around here, the state of Georgia will show the world that we want to keep America like America is. We want to keep America. Talk about, now, my opponent is a Democrat, and he's going to have the Green New Deal wrapped all around him. Let me tell you about the Green New Deal. If you could afford electricity, if we have that, it'll be difficult to get. America is energy number one and energy independent. Georgia is when we have the economic base we have, industry that comes into our state, they want to know what is my energy cost and the reliability of it. We have it both. We're in the top 10 states in the nation in solar development with no upward pressure on the ratepayer and no state subsidy. We're on the move, folks. Yes, we will. Yes, we will, won't we? Let me hear you. Tell me, we're going to do it, right? Well, let's do it. When you leave here, go home and shout it out. Shout it out to everybody. Yes, we will. We're going to win Georgia. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chairman of the Georgia Republican Party, David Schaefer.
What a wonderful day here in Savannah, Georgia. It's a tremendous honor for me to serve as chairman of your Georgia Republican Party, and it's a great honor to be here today with Congressman Buddy Carter and each of you to welcome Vice President Mike Pence to Savannah and rally for Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler and Commissioner Bubba McDonald. We are facing, a month from now, the most important and consequential election in our lifetimes. The stakes have never been higher. The Democratic Party has been taken over by the angriest people in America. They're angry for different reasons about different things, but they are united in one common belief. They do not believe that America is or ever has been a force for good in the world. They look at world history and they see America as the villain, an oppressive nation whose founders should be scorned, whose history should be erased, whose monuments should be toppled. And we know the truth, that America is the hero of world history, that never at any point in human history, on any place in the world, has there been a country more free, more generous, more welcoming, and more respectful of the rights of all people than the United States of America. And it is absolutely critical that we elect David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler and Bubba McDonald in January. We're in the middle of a fight for the integrity of our election. The fight for the integrity of our elections goes hand in hand with the fight for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler and Bubba McDonald. It's not a matter of one or the other or one before the other. We have got to be both, to do both. We have got to secure the integrity of our elections, and we have got to elect these people to prevent the radicals from taking complete control of the United States Congress. This election really is about the kind of America that we are going to leave our children and our grandchildren. And we need not to wake up the day after the election wailing and gnashing at our teeth that the Democrats have seized complete control of the United States Congress. We need to do everything in our power to be successful so that we can leave our children and grandchildren an America that is free, that is strong, that is proud, where we stand for the flag and where we kneel before God. Thank you so very much to each one of you for being here this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage RNC co-chairman Tommy Hicks.
Thank you. How are we doing? It's great to be in Georgia. I'm from Texas. I live in Washington, D.C., though, and it's truly awful. Thanks for your hospitality. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for all the great work you're doing here in Georgia. But it's been such an honor to fight this battle for our president. How many of you think we're better off today than we were 4 years ago? That's right. And we're going to fight like hell to keep the president in office as president of the United States. And we're also going to fight like hell to make sure we elect Senator Perdue and Loeffler once again, because it could all go away if they are not reelected. So we must fight. You're right. So at the RNC right now, we had the biggest ground game in the history of presidential politics. And that's because President Trump is so popular. He brought 300,000 new Republican voters to Georgia. We need to make sure every single one of them, and then some more, vote for these senators, because we know what the Democrats will try to do. And with the help of you and your friends and your family, we can do it. We have to get people out to vote. You have early voting, you have absentee voting, and you have election day. And we have to do it. We 100% have to do it. If we don't, as I said, it's unthinkable. And we're not just fighting for ourselves. I've got 3 young girls. We're fighting for them, fighting for some of these kids out here, and we're fighting for their kids, because our country would be fundamentally changed if we don't do our job. So thank you guys for everything you're doing. We were just down in Atlanta earlier, knocking on doors, making phone calls. We have over 500 people here in Georgia as staff, helping make sure that we're organized. You might get sick of the phone calls, but know they're working hard. Morale is good. They know how important this is. And these are people coming from New Hampshire and Maine. I've told them to work on their southern accents. But, you know, they're coming from Ohio, they're coming from Denver, they're coming from Texas. We have thousands of volunteers coming out here. We have great senators doing what Senator Harper and Harris have done. Yesterday we had a great, interesting video come out where there might have been some ballots that were suspicious. This is happening all over the country. And we've got to fight hard, and we will do so. Thank you very much. God bless Georgia. God bless the United States of America, and God bless all of you. Thank you very much. And I think the senators and the vice president are on their way. It'll be a few minutes, but thank you guys for being here. Let's give them a warm welcome when they arrive. Thank you so much. That's right.
So we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you, some of the pre-speakers here today, amping up the crowd before the big dog, Vice President Mike Pence, takes the stage here today. It does look like we have some vice presidential motorcade right behind us, so it's very possible that he's already in this vicinity, maybe on one of these buses. I have not personally seen him, and I don't have updates on his whereabouts, but we see that motorcade, the camera's got it on it, so we don't totally know, but we can suspect, and we want to make sure you guys have your eyes on the ground just as much as we do. So, my timing was ironic. I did not mean to keep y'all hanging for that long. I did have an announcement I wanted to mention. Hopefully it's not too disappointing, but it's exciting for us here at Right Side Broadcasting Network, and in the past 10 minutes we've actually been informed on some more announcements. So I will start with, I don't know which one's the biggest or best, but let's do this one first. The governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, has called for a signature matching request by the Secretary of State Raffensperger for the state of Georgia. This is something that the Trump legal team has been pushing hard for. We think that it could possibly overturn the election results in the state of Georgia in favor of President Trump if the illegal ballots that were counted are taken out of those tabulations. So that is huge news regarding the election in the state of Georgia, and definitely a step in the right direction, as well as, of course, just building that momentum. We're really hoping that Georgia can do what's right, taking some time, but hopefully to be a beacon, a shining light to the other states to do what's right and to fight for election integrity. So Governor Brian Kemp, President Trump has called on you, and the country is watching. The rest of the Republicans and the GOP are calling on you as well to do what's right. Now my announcement that seems way less significant, but RSBN, again, we love this network. I love it, but we are so close to 1 million subscribers. There have been points where we never even knew if that would ever be possible, but again, we are so close to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. If everyone watching right now would subscribe to us via YouTube, again, it's completely free. You don't even have to turn notifications on if you don't want to be annoyed with that. You can if you want to be notified when we go live. I encourage it. But subscribing to us is absolutely free. You don't have to do anything to do it, but we love it. It helps us fight this conservative censorship that's being put on us as a conservative network. So if you subscribe to us, we are 4,000 subscriptions away from hitting that record-breaking 1 million mark. It puts us in a very cool category of people, and as a conservative network, it's almost unheard of to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So please, 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 everybody watching, if you even like an ounce of this and you want to subscribe to us, maybe financially isn't an option right now. We know this year has been tough, but this is completely free. All you have to do is click that subscribe button right underneath this live feed. Again, we are just 4,000 away. So if just a fraction of everyone watching right now would subscribe, we will hit that record. You can help us hit it. We can fight this algorithm together and go against big tech and just stick it to the man. We want to be able to bring you more of these rallies, more of these hearings going on across the country, the March for Trump bus tour. There's so much going on. There is still a lot of excitement out here. And no matter what happens, whatever the outcome is, we are going to continue supporting President Trump and showing you these events. Speaking of that, we also have another massive MAGA march in Washington, D.C. on December 12th. This is going to be 2 days before the Electoral College meets and officially cast their votes. So this is a big day to show up in the D.C. area, back to the swamp, and let President Trump know that America thanks him for putting us in a better position than we were for 4 years ago and for just constantly fighting for us. Again, I want to remind all of you to head on over to www.mypillow.com. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed, and MyPillow can help guarantee a relaxing and restful night's sleep. They have hundreds of products to choose from, and now is the best time because the holidays are right around the corner. You can order now. Make sure all your gifts are in time and wrapped up. Perfect for your friends and family for the holiday season this year. Again, over 100 products to choose from, ranging from Giza Dream Sheets, mattress toppers. There are super soft towels, bathrobes, dog beds, you name it.
President is on his way here and will be here soon.
You name it, they have it on their website, and we want you to check it out. This website's incredible. There's so much more than what you'd expect. My first time checking out, I was blown away. They have quite literally a little bit of everything, and it's all so luxurious and soft. Yeah. A code that we've worked really hard to get for you guys is code RSBN. Again, that's code RSBN. You can use it at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. This is a huge discount. We want to share it with you guys. And it's a great way for you to help us out. A portion of these profits and proceeds are actually coming back to RSBN from Mike Lindell. He's been really generous to be able to give us back a portion of these sales. And it just helps us as a network to continue having the funds to cover these events, to go around this country, and to broadcast this free of charge to our viewers. So thank you so much to everyone for considering checking them out and for continuing to watch us here at RSBN. Don't forget, we are almost entirely viewer funded, meaning apart from MyPillow right now, and the donations, the profits we get from that, We are almost entirely donation funded, so we rely on your donations to stay in business and to do what we do. There are a number of ways you can help donate to RSBN. The first way is by clicking that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually going to hop into the YouTube Super Chat at the conclusion of this sentence, which is a very long one. So make sure you get those donations in right now for a shout out. And if you have questions, just tag me at Liz Willis. I'd be happy to answer them. The second way you can donate is by going to our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. The third way is a non-electronic form of payment. You can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. So just to reiterate, those three main ways are the YouTube Super Chat, our website, and by sending a check. That is how you can help support us. There's nowhere for me to stand right now, so I apologize for that. I'm going to kick someone out of my spot, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. So again, I'm gonna hop on the YouTube Super Chat. Hopefully I don't. These are much smaller risers than we're used to. Hopefully I don't go backwards, but that's one way to reach 1 million viewers. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. As promised, I'm gonna hop into the YouTube Super Chat. And Mod Mom, I want to thank you for everything you do, being an incredible moderator to Right Side Broadcasting Network. If you are able to look at those numbers, let me know if we've gotten some more subscriptions. Excuse me, COVID. I'm just kidding. Let me know if we've gotten some more subscriptions. I want to know if we can break that 1 million subscription mark while we're live waiting for the Vice President of the United States, Vice President Mike Pence. I would be so excited. So hopefully you guys can help me out with that. It is 2:43. Again, Vice President Mike Pence was scheduled today to take the stage here at 2:40 p.m. These are Eastern times. We are in Savannah, Georgia, waiting for Vice President Mike Pence to come and deliver remarks regarding his Defend the Senate Majority rally here in Savannah, Georgia, for Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. It's a lot different. We've got chairs spread out, social distancing, but people are still filing in. There's not too many masks here. It's pretty much an open environment. We're outdoors. The sun is shining, a little bit cloudy overhead in other directions depending where you look. But overall, it's a beautiful day, around the 70s here, so we are excited to be out of the swamp for a little bit and enjoying this fresh air. Again, just tag at Liz Willis, that's LizWillis, on the YouTube Super Chat. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer those questions. All right, it looks like we are at 996,000. So we are still, I'm looking at the chat, we're still 4,000 subscribers away. You guys, I'm telling you, we have 15,000 watching right now. Go subscribe. I don't know what I have to do to get y'all to subscribe. I don't know what you want from me, but go do it, please. All right. Again, tag me, please, if you have a question that you'd like answered. Otherwise, I'm going to say thank you and give some shout-outs for those who are donating. If you're confused about what I'm talking about and you want to make sure that you get your shout-out online, this is the YouTube Super Chat. I'll show you it on my phone right now. And these are what I'm going to be reading out loud. Carrie April, you can see right here, she just became a Lincoln Club member. This is the chat room, so if you see me looking at my phone, not trying to ignore you guys or look away. I'm just trying to interact with y'all. We want this to be a dyadic conversation and as open and transparent as possible. That's what we like to focus on here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. We don't edit this feed. It's completely live. You can see everything start to finish, what's going on behind me. And we really just want to answer questions you have, explain what's going on, and let you see for yourself and develop your own ideas and thoughts on these events. So again, thank you to Carrie April for becoming a Lincoln Club member, as well as Andy Wynn for your donation here today. We also have Maris Diaz and Terry Cotterman. We also have Christian Kohler. So thank you all for your donations. If anyone else would like to donate via the YouTube Super Chat, I am reading those shout outs right now, and I'm, again, happy to answer questions that you might have. It looks like we might have some. Crazy. It looks like there might be a hearing scheduled in Madison, Wisconsin on December 11th, 10 a.m. So absolutely crazy. There's no stopping. We thought maybe after these rallies that we might have a break, but we are not going to stop. We're going to get to these hearings and make sure that the public is able to see them. We have hundreds of thousands tuning in to watch what's going on across the country, and we think it's our duty at this point to bring you this news and this information. We want to say thank you to everyone who has been riding this train with us and open to the flexibility. Also, if you hear of a hearing in your state and you haven't seen us post about it on Twitter, please DM us via @RSB Network on Twitter, or myself personally @LizWillis_ on Twitter. I help with the operations behind the scenes for the team, so we just want to make sure that we know everything that's going on. We're trying to cover all 50 states at once. But if you hear of something, please send it to me. I want to say thank you to everyone that, okay, that's adorable. Wait, I have to turn around. Oh, man. Fantastic. Great job, cameraman. Good eye. Good eye. Absolute rock star right there. But thank you to everyone that sends me inside scoops. It really is so helpful. Absolutely helpful. Right now, the camera has some incredible energy. The crowd is standing up, rocking their signs. We've got some good music going on in the background. You can see the Kelly Loeffler, U.S. Senate, David Perdue, Keep America Great. It's basically a mini version of a President Trump rally, as can be expected. Vice President of the United States, Vice President Mike Pence. We have some Christmas hats, a lot of red MAGA hats, and a handful of masks. Not too many, but I'm not wearing one either, so I'm not going to. Joe Seals, if you're watching, credentials have been taken care of. So we also are going to be having a special guest. I believe now I can officially say it. Scott Pressler will be joining our team in Valdosta, Georgia tomorrow for President Trump's rally in Valdosta, Georgia. Again, for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, just hyping up his base to encourage them to not give up faith entirely on this election process, to continue to get out in person and vote, as he's been saying for about a year now. So he's going to continue to deliver that message tomorrow. That will be at 7 p.m. President Trump's remarks are scheduled for 7 p.m. We're going to have a big crew there. I'm sorry, you guys, another phone call. Please hold. I will be right back.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get this in really quick before Liz comes back. I want to congratulate Liz Willis, who's been with us now since, early 2017, I believe. She's been with us throughout the entire duration of the Trump administration and will continue on for the next 4 years in the second term. But we have decided to make Liz, we have brought her on now as the VP of operations here at RSBN. She deserves it. So she's working really hard behind the scenes right now, trying to make sure everyone is where they need to be. I was doing that job here all by myself in addition to producing and booking travel, and I didn't sleep for 3 months straight. I was rationing my energy up until November 3rd, and then we realized, I might not be able to take a vacation. I might have to keep going for a couple months. So we decided to bring Liz on because Liz deserves it. She is literally the face of our network, and she has done such a great job for us for going on almost 4 years now, and we could not be here without her. So thank you, Liz. And also, I want to say special thanks to the moderators. You know, this is such a grassroots company. My mom is actually the head moderator, and she does such an amazing job as well, answering all the emails and all these things. So, you know, we're not Fox News here. We take pride in that we're sort of a family company. We have very few people working here. There's like 13, 14 people working here at the current time. And but we get the job done. You can see what we do with just the resources that we have. We don't need big, fancy $1 million studios. We're bringing you the stuff that the mainstream media won't. We feel like it's our calling and it's our job, and it's why we exist at this point in time, is to be able to bring you things like this and like these hearings that are going on, the press conferences that the mainstream media will not cover, including Fox News. So we are honored and humbled to be in this position. And we just thank all of you for your continued support of RSBN. Tomorrow is going to be a big day for us. A lot of people have said to me, oh, this could be your last Trump rally ever. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, number one. But if it is, we're going to make it a darn good one. But I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to continue on either way. And we're going to, if we don't get our guy back in the White House for 4 more years, we will become the resistance, and we'll figure it out. But we'll do it with your help. And we thank you all very much for everything. Thank you for all the support. We love all of you. And we'll get Liz back here in just a second. And let's see what else. Okay. Yes, so we are actually in DC at the moment as well. Brian, Glenn, and Philip Torino are actually at the Capitol right now, and they will go live here in just a little bit with an update after this rally. So we'll give you details on how to tune into that as well. All right, back to the rally. Enjoy.
We're not just any news network. We show the crowd, we show the energy, we show the enthusiasm, we interview people, we show the smiles on everyone's faces as they fill into one of these venues to support their president, to support their values, their beliefs, their flag, their country. We show all of that to you. We bring it right up to you and make it personal, as if you're with us here experiencing it for yourself. This is one of the things that we pride ourselves in doing, is showing you on the ground experience of how people are seeing it and experiencing it for themselves. Just the energy is so electric and exciting. People recognize us everywhere we go. We have to stop and take photos. There are thousands of people that come up to us after each event and ask us to keep fighting for them, keep showing the truth. They thank us. They thank us for giving them a voice, because nobody else will give them a voice. Instead, they take who they really are and turn them into something that they're not. They try to say that these are white supremacist gatherings and they're neo-Nazis. They spin all these false narratives, but in reality, there are Filipinos, there are Thai people, they're Chinese, they're Brazilian, they're Cubans, they're Africans, they're Jamaicans, they're Americans. There are people from all over the world, to be honest with you. Everybody supports this president. Everybody supports American ideals of liberty, truth, freedom. We can't thank you enough for supporting us at Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are almost entirely viewer supported. This isn't just our network, it's your network. This is a network for the people. This is a network that's about truth, delivering the truth, showing what's actually happening in the world from the perspective of the average person. We don't take money from big corporations. We don't take money from billionaires and big donors. We are all about the people. We're an independent media corporation. Your donations keep us, so support Right Side Broadcasting. Go to our website, go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. Send your checks to our physical address or donate via Super Chat during our live streams. God bless you, and thank you for supporting Right Side Broadcasting Network.
Patriots are here waiting for Vice President Mike Pence to take the stage. He was scheduled at 2:40 p.m. to take the stage here today and deliver remarks regarding defending the Senate majority here and to support Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue for U.S. Senate. This event is very similar to our traditional MAGA rallies with President Donald J. Trump. And so far, 10 out of 10 stars. We want to thank the Georgia GOP. You can follow them on Twitter. That's at Georgia Republicans, I believe is their handle. You can follow them, and it's just been a really organized event. We're happy to be here and thrilled to be part of the press pool, reporting the real news as it is, and being able to show you the crowd of people today that are here supporting their vice president, and again, fighting to defend the Senate majority here by standing up and supporting two crucial candidates that must be voted in so that Republicans can hold the Senate majority. That, again, Kelly Loeffler, David Perdue. It is crucial no matter what any crazy people have been saying on Twitter lately, no matter what's going on in this election. I encourage everyone to get out and vote in person if at all possible. We want Republican numbers to absolutely overwhelm this election system once more, as it did on November 3rd. We saw how crucial it was to just have this overwhelming amount of support. Despite what these numbers are saying, they are still showing up in droves to support Vice President Mike Pence. President Trump, we saw the Million MAGA March, but it is you getting out in person, really mobilizing the base and getting out and vote that is going to prove that Republicans are winning. So thank you. We're excited to be here again. Vice President Mike Pence, as of right now, is 20 minutes late, but as can be expected, it's been a busy day for him. Vice President Mike Pence was visiting the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia earlier today. He was getting updates on Operation Warp Speed and regarding the vaccine for coronavirus that has been created and manufactured, not just created, but also manufacturing these millions of doses is absolutely unheard of. So he was getting an update from the CDC, and he's really hopeful about the results of that being pumped out, I believe, in the next week or so to millions of Americans. Again, this is so important. I can't reiterate it enough. I hope you guys know this throughout me. I talk about it a lot. I am a registered Georgia voter. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and unless I'm working, it's really hard for me to get away from there because I absolutely love the state of Georgia. I would encourage all of you not to boycott these runoff elections, but again, get out and vote. I know that it's hard to have faith in our election system and our process right now. We've seen the craziness. We've heard the testimonies. We know that election fraud took place. We've seen the proof, especially brought on by Trump's legal team, Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, the videos that were released yesterday at the Georgia Oversight Senate hearing. It's awful. It's heartbreaking, but this is not a time to give up, to sit back or stand idly by and watch Democrats take over our country and sell us out to China. This is the time to continue fighting, showing up in numbers, and let's just continue to prove them wrong. Let's make sure that Georgia is the defining factor in continuing to have the majority of the Senate. We have a plane landing. It looks like a Delta plane though, so we'll see how that goes. I want to encourage all of you to check out TrumpMarch.com. That's TrumpMarch, TrumpMarch.com. You can get up-to-date tour schedules of what the March for Trump bus is doing. RSBN is a proud sponsor of the March for Trump bus. We have also not only given them, we're working with My Pillow. My Pillow is supporting them. We are supporting them. We're really trying to fight this movement and support it fight for this movement and support it as much as possible. We also have a designated team. We have Joseph Petrie, Mike Dinwiddie, Mike Nificent, and Grace Saldana. They have been absolutely incredible. They've been essentially living out of a car for the past week, and they have 1 week left to go, covering 20 stops. I think it might be around 15 states they were originally going to go to. They're really just going around the country right now and showing support for President Trump. It's been absolutely incredible. So shout out to that team. And for being so flexible. Every time I step away from the camera, it's to talk to them and make sure their logistics are fine. They're driving to Savannah as we speak, so they're going to meet up with me tonight, and I will drive them to Valdosta tomorrow, where they will then go straight from Valdosta to Iowa, and then Iowa for a rally stop Sunday morning, and then Minnesota Sunday evening. Mike Lindell will be at all these stops as well, so we're super excited to bring you more exclusive interviews with him. I'm going to jump back into the YouTube Super Chat, so if you have questions, again, or you want to get your donations in, now is an incredible time to do that. Also, I want to encourage all of you to subscribe. It looks like we did get an update. I want to thank Mod Mom for sending that update earlier today. We are officially at 997,333 subscribers on our YouTube channel. That puts us at 2,777 away. So we're less than 3,000 subscribers away from hitting 1 million YouTube subscribers. It's unheard of for a conservative news network, especially a small one. You guys, if you actually saw our production and our side of things, we're so small. We really are a small network, less than a dozen people. We all work together doing the jobs of 5 people, especially our CEO, Joe Seals. So your support, your continued support, your donations, and your business at mypillow.com, all of this combined has allowed us to grow. We'll never be able to thank you enough, but hopefully we'll just continue fighting until there's a difference, whether it be the election results overturned, a fair election system, getting rid of Smartmatics and Dominion software systems, or requesting signature matching on the ballots turned in the state of Georgia. There's so many things we're fighting for right now. It could be 4 more years of President Trump. It could be a 2024 run right now. You guys know as much as we do. It's not that we're holding anything back. The second we get news, we want to be broadcasting it out to y'all. So we want to be able to continue doing that and to continue fighting for the greatest nation on earth. We have a couple new members. I want to say welcome to Just Me Carter, as well as Zoika for becoming a Lincoln Club member. We're excited to have both of y'all joining the RSBN family. Let me know in the chat room if any of y'all are planning on coming to the Valdosta rally. If you are within, I'd say like 5-7 hours of Valdosta, Georgia, it's right on the Georgia-Florida border, central, I guess, inland. I really encourage you to show up. I think tomorrow is going to be huge. This, of course, is a Vice President rally, and it's a great turnout for that. But you have seen President Trump rallies, and I want to absolutely blow everyone. Thank you so much. I want to encourage everyone to get out and show your support at the rally tomorrow. RSBN is going to be doing a pre-show. So we have missed doing them. It was almost nearly impossible during the campaign cycle. There were so many, up to 5 a day. So it's impossible to get there and have enough time to do a pre-show. But we're going to be doing a pre-show absolutely tomorrow in Valdosta, Georgia. So if you're there, we would love to interview you. I know that word can be overwhelming at times. A little intimidating, I guess, is the correct word for it. We don't want you to be intimidated. We want you to come up and talk to us. We want to know your opinion, what you've seen, what you've heard, and just your overall experience with this election and what you want to come out of it, I suppose. We just want to get to know all of y'all and be able to broadcast the truth to the world. 16,000 watching right now, so please make sure that you remember to subscribe to YouTube. We don't really talk about it very much. It kind of has just been happening organically over the years. But at this point, we are so close to 1 million subscribers. We really want to encourage everyone watching right now to click that subscribe button. It's really simple. You just click that subscribe button. It's right underneath this live video on YouTube. As long as you're signed into your account, which is free, you can subscribe, which is also free. And it really just means nothing. It means our videos will pop up into your suggested videos more often. If you'd like to, you can also turn on your notifications. Then you'll get notified if we go live. So there's a number of things you can do. Subscribing is probably the easiest. But it means the world to us. We would love to hit that 1 million mark. So please consider doing that. We have an absolute rock star on the camera right now. I'm enjoying it probably as much, if not more, than y'all are. I think it's the muscle crop top for me. It's a Patriot if I've ever seen one. I am going to hop on over to Twitter and see if I just saw a funny chat. Who was it? Gavin Hooten said, y'all, I'm scared. I might vote Democrat when I die. Random Waffle said, heck yeah, dance it up. Thank you, Agrili. Josh, thank you for being here. BB Real, thank you for moderating today's event. We're excited to have you. And I'm just scrolling through the chat room right now, looking for questions or comments you might have. Mark Neighbor. Oh, thank you. Okay, I have one more phone call, so bear with me, and I will be right back. yet, but I'm happy to be here and to bringing you this rally. Also, I am working with my team on the ground with the March for Trump bus tour and just making sure that is organized. I saw a couple donations roll, and we had Mark Neighbor who said the real huge announcement, VP of Operations, Miss Willis. Congrats, awesome news, proud of you, all the work has paid off. Thank you very much. I am excited to start this new endeavor. A little bit more work, but we kind of all wear many hats in this network anyway, so it's not too big of a difference. You'll notice an influx of phone calls. That's really the only difference. Just want to make sure that everyone is taken care of at all times. But we want to be able, like I said, to switch up what we're covering a little bit more and just to continue to provide you real news. Aaron Berkey donated $5 and said, Trump won Georgia November 3rd, and then again yesterday at Suitcase Gate. Bye-bye, Georgia, Biden electors. We will keep winning, winning, winning. Absolutely. I hope y'all saw Suitcase Gate. Suitcase Gate, by the way. It was absolutely ridiculous. If you're wondering what he's referring to, the Trump legal team yesterday provided footage from inside Georgia State Farm Arena where votes were tabulated on the night of the election, and then I believe a week or so after that where they continued to have a recount, but they said bins, but they referred to them as suitcases of ballots that were left unsupervised overnight. They were just stacked under tables. The whole situation was weird, and it did not go with usual protocol. So
Savannah Tower, this is Air Force 2, requesting permission to land.
Air Force 2, Savannah Tower, clear to land. Welcome to Georgia. Let's defend the majority.
All right, that was pretty cool. That was different. We normally have Air Force One radioing in to the control towers here at the airport. She's beautiful, coming in right there. But I loved that they said control tower, whatever you heard it, but at the end of it said, let's defend the majority. Heck yeah, we are here to defend the majority. We can see Air Force 2 taking the runway right now. Coming in hot, Vice President Mike Pence is in Savannah, Georgia after a busy day fighting for the American people. Again, Vice President Mike Pence was at the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia earlier today, getting updates on the coronavirus vaccine, which under Operation Warp Speed at the direction of President Trump has created and manufactured millions of vaccines in historic time. Vaccines on record can take up to 40 years. This was done in less than 1 year, with millions of vaccines already being manufactured and prepared to be dispersed to millions of Americans, starting with at-risk, high-risk coronavirus candidates. So we're expecting to get those in the hands of millions of Americans starting, I believe it's either next week, I believe. Absolutely unheard of. So thank you, President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence, for your efforts with the coronavirus task force. I want to remind everyone again to check out our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Our CEO does an incredible job of updating that website and making sure everything is current for you guys. I also want to say thank you to our partner. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed. And with Christmas right around the corner, now is the perfect time to check out one of our favorite Patriot-owned companies. Visit MyPillow.com and stock up on gifts for yourself and all your loved ones. MyPillow guarantees ultimate relaxation with a wide variety of items to choose from, ranging from ultra plush towels, dog beds, mattress toppers, Giza dream sheets, and more. You can check out all their inventory online at www.mypillow.com. One of the biggest savings is that the regular MyPillows are normally $69.98, but with promo code RSBN, they're only $29.98 each. And a portion of the sales go towards supporting us here at RSB Network. Don't forget, you can use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. Again, that's code RSBN at www.mypillow.com. This is one of their hugest discount codes to date. So make sure you use it it while it lasts. Again, thank you to Mike Lindell, an incredible patriot and friend to President Trump, for working to secure that incredible discount code so that we can share it with our viewers. It looks like, although you're focusing on me, I want to give you a heads up, looks like Air Force 2 is going to be taxing up right over my shoulder here in just a few seconds. So we're going to focus in on that, and it looks like we're going to be having Vice President Mike Pence taking the stage here shortly. Hopefully y'all are tuned in and ready for a remarkable speech. Vice President Mike Pence, we've heard him speak and open for President Trump at a number of rallies before, and I think he's an incredible speaker, a great orator, and I'm excited to see him take on this new role, not as an opening speaker, but as the featured speaker at today's rally. Looks like President Trump has been tweeting today. I'm reading through Twitter and just checking on updates for y'all. He tweeted 25 minutes ago, and I think it's important for us to share because it's true. He said, quote, "The only thing more rigged than the 2020 presidential election is the fake news, suppressed media. No matter how big or important the story, it is even slightly positive. If it is even slightly positive for us or negative for them, it will not be reported." You're absolutely right, Mr. President. It's a dang shame, but that's why Right Side Broadcasting Network is here. It's why we drove 5 hours last night, getting in at 2 a.m. to make sure that we are here at this rally for Vice President Mike Pence today, and so we can get to Valdosta, Georgia tomorrow to broadcast your rally live to hundreds of thousands of viewers, not just across the United States, but across the world.
Don't talk about Texas.
Please welcome to the stage Congressman Doug Collins.
Good to be in Savannah. And it is good to be here to get ready as we get ready to elect our two Republican senators, David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. But it is, for many of you who know my background and my past, there's been many times as a pastor and also as a chaplain in the United States Air Force that we have also had to discuss and also share some news that I need all of you to pay attention to for just a moment. Senator Loeffler will not be able to join us this afternoon because earlier today one of her campaign staff lost their life in an accident. And so what I would like, before I say anything else, and before what I know that we all look to, I would like for you to join me in a word of prayer. Eternal God, we love you. And there's so many times it is easy to come to you and it is easy to come and ask for the things that we want, but then there's all these times that right now we come and we don't know what to ask for. And I pray for Senator Loeffler. I pray for her staff. I pray for the family of those that have, the one that has been lost. I pray that you give comfort and peace beyond understanding. I pray that your graciousness and your mercy are evident. I pray that as we remember what has happened, that we remember also that you have given us a land in which we can pray to you, in which we look to you, in which we find our comfort in you. We live in a land in which you are God and we are not. And when we understand that, then we understand that you are in control. So for everybody here, I pray, Father, as we lift up our voices collectively, that we ask for your peace during this time. Ask for your peace for the campaign, for Senator Loeffler, for all that will speak today, and for a family right now that is grieving. and for a state, for someone who gave and today gave all. So I pray your love and your grace to be upon them. May you guide us in everything that we do. For this nation, we love you, for we are one nation under God. Amen. 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 I tell you what we got to do right now, though, is as much as sometimes I tell you for this young man who lost his life today, we are here for a purpose. We are here for those who have went before us. This is a nation in which we will always stand up and we will elect those that stand for us. And today, I'm happy to be here with Senator Perdue and also with Ronald McDonald and with Vice President Pence because America is still conservative. America is red, and it starts right here in Savannah. So I don't know about you, and I may be down just a little bit. And I know that some of you may be down and you're saying, oh, we got all these problems. And believe me, there's of us who are fighting to fix the problems we found in Georgia and all across this country. But I will tell you right now, every Trump supporter here, every supporter of Vice President Pence, and every conservative in Georgia, you owe it now to take yourself and your friends and get out and vote, because we will not let Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock take these seats from us. I know I have some friends here, and one of my friends I serve with, Buddy Carter, I believe, is here, and he's called Jon Ossoff a trust fund socialist. I think that's pretty good, because I don't know what else to say about Jon Ossoff except he seems to like terrorist states. He seems to like China, and what I know he doesn't like is Georgia. David Perdue is our senior senator, and it's time for us to stand up and make sure David Perdue goes back to the United States Senate. It's time that we look ahead, because what the Democrats want from us right now, the Democrats want us to be divided. They want us to look at each other. They want us to see the problems. But I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia Republicans, we do not get disheartened. We do not look down, because there have been many people who came before us to get us to where we're at now. And if we do any different, we do them a disservice. So it's time that we take a friend to vote with us. Republicans do not vote alone. So here's what you got to do over the next few weeks. We got to make sure that our friends are registered. We got to make sure our friends show up. But we've also got to make sure that we show up. And I've saved my point for this. I was going to be here, and Senator Loeffler wishes she could be here. And she will continue this fight, and we're going to help. Now look, we have a great time, and we've come together in a party, and now it's time that we elect senators. But I'm going to tell you right now, Kelly Loeffler, we put up a great fight. She was a worthy opponent, and she came in, and now she is in this runoff. But I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia does not need Raphael Warnock in the United States Senate. How many of you believe that someone who believes that our police officers are thugs and villains, how many do you think they need to be in the Senate? Do you think that someone who doesn't value the sanctity of life, I'm not sure what scripture's being read, but my Bible tells me that God knitted us within inside our mother's womb. I just do not believe there's anything stronger than life, and that is what a pastor ought to talk about. Don't give me this, that America is not a great nation, Raphael Warnock. America is a great nation because you're able to do what you're supposed to, and conservatives are going to show in Georgia that it is time we stood up. We're going to look forward, and there will be one thing come clear on January 5th. There will be two senators from Georgia named David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. But you can't let up. Is anybody here? Let me just ask a question. Is anybody here letting up? How many of you want to just see through December, and we're going to ride the sleigh like Santa all the way into January 5th? Are we ready to do it? Well, I tell you what, don't let anybody tell you not to go vote. Don't let anybody tell you to stay away from this, because we're not quitters. We're not ones who stay away. We've got problems we will fix, but it only can be fixed by Republicans winning these two seats and Chuck Schumer being sent back to New York as the minority leader, not the majority leader in the United States Senate. So as we go forward here, we got a lot to do. And I'm so glad you've shown up, but the work is starting now. If you've not voted, get ready to vote. If you're not taking 5 people, go knock on doors, because this is what the Democrats do. How many of you want to be said that a Democrat outworked you? Oh, wait. Did a Democrat outwork Republicans in the state of Georgia? Not going to happen. With David Schaefer running our party, with our other members, our Republican members of the House, and now we're going to keeping our 2 senators, we're going to keep this state red. And there's somebody who's been fighting for us all over this nation. There's someone who's been running the Republican National Committee, and she has been fighting every day for us and fighting for conservative. She's here putting the resources and time and effort. I want you to give a great Georgia welcome for Miss Ronna McDaniel.
Hello, Georgia! Okay, we got to get more energy because we've got some big races to win. Hello, Georgia! Are you ready to keep the majority in the United States Senate and fight socialism and keep America free? You know, the whole country's watching you. I don't know if you know that, if you feel the eyes of the whole world on you, because you are on the front line of determining the future of the United States of America. And I'm going to tell you something. I love this country. I love the United States of America. How about you? Do you love the United States of America? And we know that this last election, a lot of things happened that we need to fix. And we're going to continue to fight for our president, Donald J. Trump. And we're not giving up. But the best way to fix it is to send 2 senators to Washington who are going to fight for election integrity so this never happens again. So we know what the Democrats are putting forward. They're putting forward 2 candidates who want to do some pretty drastic things that will make sure we don't recognize our country. If they get the levers of power, we'll never win another election again because they'll change everything. They'll get rid of the filibuster. They'll get rid of the third branch of government by stacking the Supreme Court. They're not even hiding this. We need to hold the line, and the line is here in Georgia. And every one of you, we need you to get out and talk to your family and talk to your friends and talk to your neighbors and talk to your coworkers and talk to the people you go to church with. And this is a time to be bold. If you have wronged somebody, make it right. And then ask them to vote in this election for Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. We have a lot to do, and I can tell you, you can sleep on January 6th. But between now and then, we need you. We need you all to go out and fight for our country. I think you are a great state. I love you. Please, please make sure you save the United States of America by putting 2 Republicans in the United States Senate, and that's David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. As you all know, Kelly couldn't be here today. She had a tragedy hit her campaign, and she's in our thoughts and prayers. But we do have David Perdue here with us today. And David has become a very dear friend of mine. He is somebody who actually knows how to create jobs. Isn't that amazing? Something that we want in Washington. Somebody actually knows how to create health care plans for their employees. Somebody who actually knows what we're all doing every day by working hard. He knows how to live under the laws that the United States Senate makes, and he is the right person to send back to Washington. We need to re-elect him. Please join me in giving a big Georgia welcome to David Perdue.
How you doing? Thank you for being out here today. God bless you guys. Listen, the eyes of America are on Georgia right now, and it couldn't be more serious. We know that the choice in this race is bigger than Kelly Loeffler, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than our opponents. It's about the future direction of our country. It's a simple choice between headed down the road to socialism or to keep our freedom. Freedom. But we have to listen to what the other side is saying because they're serious. Remember what Chuck Schumer just said 2 weeks ago. Take Georgia, change America, right? No. AOC even said, wait a minute, we have to have those seats in Georgia because we do not want to negotiate. We want the Green New Deal without compromise. That's what's at stake here. Guys, history tells us that the price of socialism is freedom. And that's what this election is really all about. If you look at what they're talking about of perpetrating on America, just go read the Senate Democratic platform. It's out there. It's been out there all year. What they want to do, and Chuck Schumer says it best, what he wants to do is to change the rules of the Senate so he could really be in charge with 50 votes. If he gets these 2 seats, he will have the effective majority of the United States Senate. And here's what's coming. He's going to pack the court. He's going to add Democratic seats to the Senate. He's going to get rid of the Electoral College. Now then, what will they do with that? They want to defund the police at a time when we should be defending the police. They want to cut our military when we should be building and worshiping and holding in respect every person in uniform in the United States. What he's talking about doing is open our borders. He's talking about illegal immigrants having the right to vote. He's talking about the Green New Deal. He's talking about taking away our private health insurance. Guys, what they're talking about is so far left that we may never get it back again if we lose this race right now. Let me just remind you of something that a great American once said, talking about freedom. Freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction. We don't pass it down in the bloodstream. It's got to be fought for, protected, and passed on. Or one day, in our sunset years, we'll be sitting around telling our children and our children's children what it was like one day in America when women and men were free. That's never going to happen, guys. We're going to make this happen right now. We're going to win Georgia, and we're going to save America, right? And we got to make darn sure that the road to socialism never runs through the state of Georgia. Now, I get the privilege today. We've got a special guest here. I don't usually ride around on Air Force Two. So you may have guessed that we have somebody pretty special here with us today. This man was a 2-term governor of the state of Indiana. He was in the House of Representatives for 6 different terms. This is a man of God, and he's our 48th Vice President of the United States. Please welcome Vice President Mike Pence.
Well, hello, Georgia. To Senator David Perdue, our great Republican National Chair, Ronna McDaniel, to the hometown Congressman Buddy Carter, to our great friend, Congressman Doug Collins, Bubba, McDonald, State Chair David Schaefer, my fellow Americans, it is great to be back in the Peach State. Thank you all for coming out on this beautiful day. But before I begin, I know we were all just informed that a young man on Senator Kelly Loeffler's staff lost his life in a fatal car accident this afternoon. Senator Loeffler's on her way back to Atlanta to support that young man's family and her staff in this difficult hour. And she goes with our prayers and our deepest sympathies for his family, her staff, and all of those impacted by today's tragic loss of a truly wonderful young man. God bless them all. Thank you. But it is great to be with so many friends here in Georgia. And speaking of friends of mine, allow me to bring greetings from another friend of mine. A man who has been fighting every day to keep the promises that he made to the people of Georgia. I bring greetings from the 45th President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump. I'm here because I stand with President Donald Trump. And I'm here because we stand with Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler. But I have to tell you, I told the President this morning that I was headed to Georgia. And he told me, I'm going to be there tomorrow. And we're here to stand with two extraordinary leaders. And we're here also to express our gratitude for the support of the people of Georgia over the past 4 years and over the past 4 weeks. It's amazing to think about it. With your support, President Trump received more than 74 million votes across America, more than 10 million than 2016. We received the greatest share of minority votes of any Republican in the last 60 years, and we added more than a dozen seats to the United States Congress. And as our election contests continue, here in Georgia and in courts across the country, I'll make you a promise. We're going to keep fighting until every legal vote is counted. We're going to keep fighting until every illegal vote is thrown out. And we will never stop fighting to make America great again. That's why President Trump and I need David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back in the Republican majority in the United States Senate. For all we've done, for all we have yet to do, we need the Peach State to defend the majority. Because the road to the Senate Republican majority runs right through the state of Georgia. Are you with me? You know, there's never a dull moment at a Trump rally, is there? Men and women of the Peach State, I'm here on the President's behalf because we need Georgia to send two great senators back to a Republican majority in Washington. We need to send them back because of who they are, We need to send them back because of all that we accomplished together. And we need to send them back because a Republican Senate majority could be the last line of defense, preserving all that we've done to defend this nation, revive our economy, and preserve the God-given liberties we hold dear. But I'm here because of who they are. David Perdue is a son of Macon. Worked his way to the top of the business world, but he answered the call to public service. After spending 40 years as one of the most successful business leaders in America, he decided to serve Georgia. And I can tell you firsthand, he's a principled conservative, a man of deep conviction and faith. And Senator David Perdue has been one of the greatest allies of our administration in Washington, D.C. And another incredible leader, Kelly Loeffler, fourth generation on her family's grain farm. She built her own company up from the ground. She broke barriers in business and sports to become one of Georgia's most successful businesswomen. And I can tell you again, in a very short period of time, she's emerged as one of the most important conservative voices on Capitol Hill. We need Senator Kelly Loeffler back in Washington, D.C. So we support your senators because of who they are, but also because of everything that we've done with their support. I mean, think about it. 4 years ago, we inherited a military that had been hollowed out by devastating budget cuts, an economy that was struggling to break out of the slowest recovery since the Great Depression. Terrorism was on the rise around the world, and we witnessed a steady assault on our most cherished values. But with your two senators, and under President Donald Trump, we rebuilt our military. We revived our economy. We secured our border, stood with law enforcement, and fought for life and liberty and the Constitution of the United States of America. And everything starts with our national defense. You know, I'm your vice president, but the highest title I'll ever hold is DAD. And I'm the proud father of a United States Marine and the father-in-law of a Navy pilot. And I couldn't be more proud to serve alongside a president who cares so deeply about the men and women of our armed forces. President Trump has signed the largest investments in our national defense since the days of Ronald Reagan. I mean, the truth is, we're finally giving our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guard the support they need to defend this nation. And Senator David Perdue, from his seat on the Senate Armed Services Committee, has been there every step of the way. Thank you, Senator. So it's been about standing with those who serve, but also standing with all of you who did serve in the uniform of the United States. You know, the last administration saw years of scandal at the VA that shocked the conscience of the nation. You remember? I mean, we literally had veterans in this country passing away, waiting for care at VA hospitals in this country. But when President Trump came into office, with the help of your two senators, those days are over. President Trump signed the most sweeping reforms of the VA in 50 years. We fired 10,000 VA employees that weren't giving our veterans the care that they earned, and Veterans Choice is now available for every veteran in America. And from her seat on the Veterans Affairs Committee, Senator Kelly Loeffler was there every step of the way. And with our renewed American strength, the last 4 years we've stood up to our enemies and stood with our allies. At the direction of the Commander-in-Chief, our armed forces took down the last inch of territory under the black flag of ISIS, eliminated their leader, and Qasem Soleimani is gone. We've stood with those who threaten us, but we've stood with our most cherished ally like never before. After 4 different presidents made the promise and broke it, it was President Donald Trump who kept his promise and moved the American embassy to Jerusalem, the capital of the state of Israel. So it's been about security, standing strong in the world. But it's also been about our prosperity. And again, your senators have been there every step of the way. After the slowest recovery in some 75 years, President Trump revived the American economy. We cut taxes. We rolled back regulation. We fought for free and fair trade, unleashed American energy, and in 3 short years, businesses large and small created 7 million good-paying jobs, including 350,000 jobs right here in the Peach State. And your senators were there every step of the way, especially in this challenging year through which we've passed. It's amazing to think, in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, it was a moment at which we'd lost 22 million jobs. But because of the strong foundation that both of Georgia's senators supported, we've already seen more than 12 million Americans go back to work. We're opening up America again. I mean, the response to this pandemic, I must tell you, serving alongside this president, has been deeply inspiring to me as an American. With the support of your 2 senators, we launched the greatest national mobilization since World War II. We secured financial support for families and businesses. And while the other side said it would take a miracle to get a vaccine before the end of the year, we just heard at the CDC in Atlanta, we're about a week and a half away from starting to distribute tens of millions of doses of a safe and effective vaccine. America is in the miracle business. And David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler were there every day of this challenging year. But when it comes to the rule of law, I couldn't be more proud to report to you, with the strong support of these senators, we've confirmed more than 220 conservative judges to our federal courts at every level. And they are all men and women who will uphold the God-given liberties enshrined in our Constitution, like the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. And none of that would have been possible without the consistent support and vote of Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler. It was Georgia senators who were there when we confirmed Justice Neil Gorsuch, Justice Brett Kavanaugh, and Justice Amy Coney Barrett. In fact, Senator Kelly Loeffler was the first member of the United States Senate to call for the immediate confirmation of Justice Amy Coney Barrett. And it couldn't be more important than it is right now. I think you all understand. A strong judiciary is the vanguard of our liberties. Under the last administration, you remember how our values and our freedoms were under assault. I mean, the last administration actually was trampling on the religious liberty of Americans on a regular basis. They compromised the conscience rights of doctors and nurses and of religious charities. They even hauled the Little Sisters of the Poor into federal court to force them to compromise their faith to live under the mandates of Obamacare. In fact, we saw that religious intolerance 2 years ago when Amy Coney Barrett went before the Judiciary Committee the first time. The leading Democrat on the committee actually said she was concerned because of Amy Coney Barrett's sincere Christian faith. She said, and I quote, "The dogma lives loudly within you." And Hollywood liberals have been ridiculing Amy Coney Barrett ever since. Well, I got news for the Democrats in Washington and their friends in Hollywood. That dogma lives loudly in me. That dogma lives loudly in you. And the right to live and worship according to the dictates of our faith lives loudly in the Constitution of the United States of America. So for our liberties, for our freedoms, we need Senator David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back in a Republican majority in the United States Senate. I mean, the stakes in this election have never been higher. The choice has never been clearer. Where David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler stand for a strong national defense, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock are going to cut our national defense to fund their big government programs. Where David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler cut taxes, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock want to raise taxes on working families and businesses large and small. Where David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler support our military, Raphael Warnock has demeaned our military and repeatedly defended the anti-Semitic rhetoric of Reverend Jeremiah Wright. And where Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock support taxpayer funding of abortion, David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler stand for the right to life. I mean, you all know what the stakes are here in Georgia. Chuck Schumer said it. Couldn't have said it more clearly. He said, quote, "Now we take Georgia, then we change America." I got a message for Chuck Schumer and the Washington Democrats. We're going to keep Georgia. We're going to save the Senate, and then we're going to save America. You know, our agenda is American greatness. Their agenda is American decline. Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock's agenda of higher taxes, open borders, socialized medicine, a Green New Deal, defunding the police and packing the courts. It's wrong for Georgia. And Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock are wrong for Georgia and wrong for America. That's why we need Georgia to say no to Ossoff and Warnock and yes to Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler on January 5. So, Georgia, I came here today to say, stay in the fight. Stay in the fight for integrity in our elections. And stay in the fight to defend the Republican majority in the Senate. Stay in the fight until the polls close on January 5th. And we send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to a Republican majority. I mean, to keep America great, everybody, that's what's on the line. To preserve the progress that we've made, to protect our values and our liberties. We need you to vote, Georgia. We need you to vote to send Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler back to Washington, D.C. It all starts now. So I've got a few things to ask you to do before I get back on that airplane. First and foremost, check your registration. make sure you and everyone you know is registered to vote by end of business this Monday, December 7th. Get it done. Secondly, you can request an absentee ballot today. If you need information, GeorgiaVotingInfo.com has everything you need. You have until December 31st to request a ballot. You request that absentee ballot, I want you to be confident about your vote. Our National Chair, Ronna McDaniel, our State Chair, David Schaefer, David and Kelly will all tell you, we're on them this time. We're watching. We're going to secure our polls. We're going to secure our drop boxes. So get an absentee ballot and vote today. Don't wait. Fill it out and turn it in. And if you don't want to vote by mail, in-person voting starts Monday, December 14th. And if you need details, I checked on the way here. On the 14th, you can just go about 5 minutes up the road. 65 Billy B. Hare Drive, just past the Shell gas station. They'll be open on the 14th, 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. And remember, friends, don't let friends vote alone. Bring a family member, bring a neighbor, and vote to send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to Washington, D.C. So between now and when the polls close on January 5, we need you to vote, Georgia. And we need you to tell everybody to get it done. I know we've all got our doubts about the last election. And I actually hear some people saying, just don't vote. My fellow Americans, if you don't vote, they win. If you don't vote, there could be nothing to stop Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi from cutting our military, raising taxes, and passing the agenda of the radical left. For all we've done, for all we have yet to do, for our president and our future, for Georgia and America, cast another vote for all that President Trump has accomplished. Vote to send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to the United States Senate. And I promise you, we're going to keep on fighting. And know this, we can fight for our president, and we can fight for more Republicans in the Senate at the same time. We have done both. We're going to keep doing both. We're going to make America great again. So vote, Georgia. And after you vote, by absentee or early voting or even on Election Day, do what Ronna McDaniel just challenged you to do. Go tell somebody what the stakes are. And tell them what's on the line here. Tell them about the progress that we've made over the last 4 years and all that we can continue to do to make this country safe and secure and strong and prosperous and free. I mean, here's the deal, Georgia. It might all come down to you. Are you with me? So go tell your neighbors and friends at worship and at work. See, I ran into Mike out at the airport. David Perdue was there, and Ronna McDaniel, and Doug Collins, and these people are all fired up. But the key is, we got to bring it all together. Georgia's got to bring it. Georgia's got to hold the line on January 5th. And finally, as you leave here today, I hope you tell people what we talked about. Share this same passion you shared with all of us. Tell them what the stakes are. Tell them the difference that one vote can make here in the state of Georgia. And have faith. You know, we may not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. So finally, in these challenging times in the life of our nation, I'd encourage you to avail yourself of that wellspring of strength from which the people of this state and this nation have drawn throughout our history. And when you do so, remember that ancient promise that if his people who are called by his name will humble themselves and pray and turn, that he'll do like he's always done throughout the long and storied history of this state and this nation. He'll hear from heaven and he'll heal this land. This one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So pray for America. It'll make a difference. And I just know, if all of us do all that we need to do between now and January 5th, I know if you vote, Georgia, you vote your values, you vote your convictions. If you vote to send David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to a Republican majority in the United States Senate. If we stand with President Donald Trump until every legal vote is counted. I just know that with the support of people across this state and with God's help, we'll keep on winning. We'll defend the vote. We'll defend the Senate. And we will keep making America great again. Thank you very much, Georgia. God bless you. God bless America. Now let's go get it done.
Welcome back. Another incredible and moving speech from Vice President Mike Pence. I want to start off by expressing my condolences. I was shocked to hear about the passing of a Kelly Loeffler campaign member. I believe his name was Harrison Deal. So I want to encourage everyone to pray for the family. I absolutely cannot imagine losing a son or a family member right now amongst all the other craziness going on. And with that being said, I think just to continue praying for the campaigns and to supporting Kelly Loeffler as well as David Perdue in the U.S. Senate, and for showing support for Vice President Mike Pence. I'm glad he got to come to my home state of Georgia, specifically Savannah, Georgia. The crowd was excited to see him. And as usual, like I said earlier, I think he's a great speaker. He's really good at public events, and he just stands his ground firmly and gets the point across. He reiterated a few things that they've talked about this week. The importance of the coronavirus vaccine that under Operation Warp Speed has been created and manufactured in a historic timeline. He also encouraged Georgia to not give up on this fight, to get out and vote like we've been reiterating. But it's so important. We want to remind you guys to get out and vote so we can help keep the majority of the U.S. Senate. I also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our partners over at MyPillow. You can check them out by going to www.mypillow.com. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed. And with Christmas right around the corner, now is the perfect time to check out one of our favorite Patriot-owned companies. Visit MyPillow.com and stock up on gifts for yourself and all your loved ones. MyPillow guarantees ultimate relaxation with a wide variety of items to choose from, ranging from ultra plush towels, dog beds, memory toppers, Giza dream sheets, and more. You can check out their inventory online at mypillow.com. One of the biggest savings is that the regular My Pillows are normally $69.98, but with promo code RSBN, they are only $29.98 each, and a portion of the sales go towards supporting us as a network. Again, use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. Again, code RSBN, mypillow.com. This is one of their hugest discount codes so far. Make sure to run and get your supplies and all your Christmas gifts for your family and loved ones while you can. So thank you. We have a lot of great support here at RSBN. They're walking by and waving, so we had a great day here. It was really cool to see Vice President Mike Pence take the lead here at a rally and to have so many Georgians come out and support him. I'm excited to see how this race plays out. We've seen overwhelming support. I mean, just look at the live stream numbers. If, quote, President-elect Joe Biden goes live, he gets 1,000. If RSBN goes live on a vice president event, we get minimum of 20,000. It's incredible. The numbers are overwhelming in support for Republicans. I want to encourage everyone not to forget that Right Side Broadcasting Network is almost entirely viewer funded, meaning we still rely on your donations to get us going from rally to rally, location to location, covering everything across this great nation. Right now, we've really been focusing on Georgia as ground zero. We also are focusing on Georgia to help defend the Senate majority, but we are also trying to cover all of the hearings regarding Trump's legal team and the legal efforts that are going forward to defend election integrity. We've covered Michigan, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia. I believe we're going to Wisconsin this week as well. There have also been some court rulings calling for another audit in Maricopa County. So there's an incredible amount that's happening right now. We don't want you guys to give up quite yet. Trump is not giving up. His legal team's not giving up. I think we have really high chances of pulling this one out. You just can't give up. We're going to be bringing you these hearings nonstop. We also have the March for Trump bus tour that's going on. They're covering dozens of cities, all leading up to a massive Million MAGA March #2 in Washington, D.C. on December 12th. The Right Side Broadcast Network will bring you that live in its entirety. This is December 12th. That's going to be 2 days before the Electoral College is meeting to cast more votes for the presidential election. So still lots of time to get things done, and RSBN is going to be working around the clock to bring it all to you live. Don't forget the ways that you can donate. Click that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. The second way is by going to our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. The third way you can help support us is by sending a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. I really want to reiterate, if you guys are close to Valdosta, Georgia, head there right now because the President of the United States will be there tomorrow speaking at 7 p.m. for a rally, also to help encourage people to get out and vote in the great state of Georgia for Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue for the U.S. Senate. It's not just a Senate vote this year. It is so that Republicans can hold the Senate majority. This is crucial at blocking legislation that Joe Biden would possibly attempt to put through. We can't have this Green New Deal passing. Keep in mind the Senate is what saved President Trump when they tried to do their crazy impeachment hearings and whatnot this year. So the Senate is huge. We cannot give up on it. We have to fight for it. Georgia, you cannot boycott this runoff election. You absolutely have to get out and vote. Finally, don't forget, we are so close to 1 million followers on YouTube. I think we're 3,000 away. You guys, everyone watching right now, if you would just subscribe, it is simple, it is free. You just click a button. So subscribe to Right Side Broadcasting Network on YouTube. Help us combat conservative censorship and big tech censorship by subscribing and help us reach that 1 million mark. We appreciate it. We will be live tomorrow, Valdosta, Georgia. Follow us on Twitter at RSB Network. You can follow us on Instagram as well at RSB Network for updates on times when we will be live. Finally, thanks for watching and joining me. My name is Liz Willis. That's Lizwillis. You can follow me on Twitter at @LizWillis_ or on Instagram at LizWillis for behind the scenes fun stuff. Look forward to seeing you on all social media platforms, and more so I look forward to bringing you President Trump live tomorrow from Valdosta, Georgia. With that being said, God bless. Good night.
We're not just any news network. We show the crowd. We show the energy. We show the enthusiasm. We interview people. We show the smiles on everyone's faces as they fill into one of these venues to support their president, to support their values, their beliefs, their flag, their country. We show all of that to you. We bring it right up to you and make it personal, as if you're with us here experiencing it for yourself. This is one of the things that we pride ourselves in doing, is showing you on the ground experience of how people are seeing it and experiencing it for themselves. Just the energy, it's so electric and exciting. People recognize us everywhere we go. We have to stop and take photos. There are thousands of people that come up to us after each event and ask us to keep fighting for them, keep showing the truth. They thank us. They thank us for giving them a voice, because nobody else will give them a voice. Instead, they take who they really are and turn them into something that they're not. They try to say that these are white supremacist gatherings and they're neo-Nazis. They spin all these false narratives, but in reality, there are Filipinos, there are Thai people, they're Chinese, they're Brazilian, they're Cubans, they're Africans, they're Jamaicans, they're Americans. There are people from all over the world, to be honest with you. Everybody supports this president. Everybody supports American ideals of liberty, truth, freedom. We can't thank you enough for supporting us at Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are almost entirely viewer supported. This isn't just our network, it's your network. This is a network for the people. This is a network that's about truth, delivering the truth, showing what's actually happening in the world from the perspective of the average person. We don't take money from big corporations. We don't take money from billionaires and big donors. We are all about the people. We're an independent media corporation. Your donations keep us, so support Right Side Broadcasting. Go to our website, go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. Send your checks to our physical address, or donate via Super Chat during our live streams. God bless you, and thank you for supporting Right Side Broadcasting Network.